You know you love this. You know you love this life. Don't.
So basically, we shot our lookbook with Rotimi, our spring-summer lookbook, which went phenomenally well. And we actually shot it in Brooklyn, in Fort Greene. And essentially what we did was we kind of approached the lookbook from the standpoint of, a typical lazy Saturday, where we kind of sort of followed Rotimi through a day in the life. So we staged various scenes that essentially reflect how he spends his free Saturday. We started off in the loft in Brooklyn and staged it as his home, where he began the day with a workout. So a lot of what you'll see in this family of photos will be, shots of him in our activewear, where our activewear itself is actually inspired by a lot of urban sports, slap boxing, stickball, et cetera, et cetera. Then we moved on from this scene into kind of like stage 2 of the apartment, where he's hanging out with his girl, where on a typical Saturday, as she's getting up in the morning, she'll put on one of his womens, as they're getting ready and prepared for the day. Later on in the lookbook, you'll see that we take them from the couch to the kitchen where she's preparing breakfast, as he's reading the newspaper, et cetera, et cetera. And the clothing featured in this segment is clothing from our summer 1 collection. Okay. Then the third scene is him sort of transitioning, putting on his clothes and leaving the home and going to his barbershop appointment, because every guy gets a cut on Saturday, pretty much. And then you'll notice in that section of the lookbook, it'll be all about kind of like him getting a cut. He meets up with his boy at the barbershop, and then from the barbershop, they actually go to like a local hangout spot. So literally, we're kind of sort of following Rotimi through his day as he's interacting with folks and hanging out in the neighborhood. Okay, so this is our spring summer group.
I guess I'll just start by giving you overall the theme of the season. For our first delivery in summer, we kind of like wanted to tie it in with something that's more based on, your uncle's garage, or your granddad, or your dad growing up. You're seeing him working out, in the driveway, working on the old cars, trying to get it, up and going, in the summer. And basically with that, we kind of tied in more rustic colorways. We tied in some darks, hit it with a couple of brights in there as well. In addition to that, we have a second group that's going to be in that first delivery, which is tied in with sort of more of a patriotic theme, where you're going to see a lot of the U.S. flag on there, and a lot of camo that's in salute to the troops. So just walking through the pieces, so some of the garage pieces that we talked about. Cool body shot tee, and again on the back you're going to have the U.S. flag. And you're also going to have the hits on the sleeve.
A lot of this seems really reflective of T.I.'s personal style. Is that like where the inspiration comes from for a lot of the stuff that you guys create?
Yeah, totally. I mean, his we definitely try to make sure his fingerprints are going to be all over, the brand, and it is going to reflect his style. He does a great job of actually like wearing the product himself, which is very important, because you have a lot of brands that have famous faces behind them, but when you see them out in public, they're usually wearing something totally different from what they're associated with in terms of the brand. But with T.I., he wears it at the shows. He's worn it several times on his reality series, and also in several guest appearances that he does, like on talk shows and things of that nature. So it's been great.
Yeah, I've watched the show and seen him in a couple of pieces. Well, his reality show.
Yes. So some of the shorts that we have coming in. So you see, we kind of went with like these rustic colors, more dark, a little bit more dingy, but also with the fashion elements of the cargo pockets, wilted details and things of that nature. So styles on tops. Then we kind of like use some sort of like double entendre tees. We do very well with our wordplay, tees and things like that. Do she ride? So it has like a double meaning.
Yeah. So either the ladies or the car.
Exactly. So you kind of get where they're going with that one. And And of course, we try to tie in the traditional pieces that you can just wear every day. You know what I mean? Just try to jazz it up with some patchwork here, some hardware as well, cool embroidery and things of that nature. But still, overall, expressing the basic traditional, look of it.
And it's great because it's like not overly wrought with like, a giant logo or something that just screams. I'm not going to name any brands, but
Exactly. And it's like, again, it's important to have branding, but we don't want every single piece in the line to be screaming out the name of the brand, because that's kind of, faded out, especially for this new consumer base that's coming up. They don't want anything that's like screaming the brand. They kind of just want to blend in, but look cool at the same time. So, we'll flow through, and then we'll go into more of the patriotic looks. Here's some of the camos that we're going to be pushing for this delivery. Again, we have the Desert Storm camo, which is a camo that hasn't really been done too often. We see more traditional camos out there in the market, or washed down camo, which has been very popular over the last X amount of years. But we're going with a different pattern on this, and it's been getting a really great response. Also, we have a nice clean woven here, done in a khaki fabric, has some nice cool patchwork, and you also have your U.S. flag on there as well. Nice clean in the back, and then you also have your epaulets that ties in with your military theme. And then we also have some tees on as well that are kind of tying in with the whole military flag. Yeah, we have our camo Snoppy, which is actually the mascot of the brand. He's been getting a real good response out there, and people love him. So everybody has to have their own mascot, and this happens to be our guy right here. Also, in addition to that, we're also doing accessories. So we have a U.S. flag belt. It's a woven belt. It's actually getting a great response out there in the market as well. So we look forward to this being a great piece. In addition to that, and other accessories we're going to be offering as well. It's going to be socks, striped socks. Just definitely didn't want to come out with a basic, boring style. Wanted to jazz it up a little bit, make it, kind of fun.
And those look like nice, high quality socks too.
Oh yeah,
so.
totally. Yeah, you can definitely give it a feel. Yeah.
And they feel nice.
Yeah, you're walking on clouds.
Yeah.
And then we'll go over a little bit more. We'll look at our second delivery. It's a little messy right now, but I can flash you a couple pieces. This was basically just tied in with traditional summer wear. We wanted to make sure we had some bright colors in there. We also kind of kept the patriotic theme, because this is going to be delivering towards the end of June, going into July, which is going to hit right before 4th of July. So we wanted to make sure that we got our red, white, and blues in there as well. And then we popped it with a little bit of a mint green as well. So we'll show you a couple of styles here. Some more tees here. A little jazzy action on it. We're also offering cut-off denim shorts, which you're getting a great response. Got some cool patchwork on there, nice wash detail as well. You can't go wrong with the basic polo at all. With our little mascot hit on the left chest. That's been getting a great response. And then again, some of our basic plaids that are going to tie the group back together.
And for fans of the brand, where can they purchase the items?
You can find the brand you can find it on our own personal online site. You can also find it at drjays.com, and on pretty much every major retailer across the country. You can find it in downtown Locker Room. You can also find it at Expressions. You can find it at JB's, Chic Shoes, a number of retailers, even Dillard's. We even do department stores. So we have a nice range of business going on out there as well.
And anything for the ladies who kind of like this style but want something a little more feminine, is that going to be happening?
That is definitely down the pipeline. We're putting the finishing touches on that whole deal. With women's clothing, in this business, sometimes you only get that one shot. We want to make sure we get the specs right. We want to get the fits right, colorways and designs, and make sure that we got the right product offering out there. We don't just want to come out there and do women's just to do women's. We want to make it mean something and have the women feel like, feel how men feel when they're wearing the product, feel a part of the brand. So, it's definitely in the works, and we're looking at it coming later than expected, but sooner than you think. So we'll have it real soon.